way to find the central value of a normal distribution is to find the average of the value. Find the average of the value. This is called a mean, which is the same as the median, a mean value. So this method usually works for other distribution as well. It works for other distribution as well. Example, we've got a number of children in each family in a small village of 12 families. So number of children, we've got those with 3, 5, 1, those with 0, 4, 2, 0, 0, 4, 5, 3, 3. Okay. So how do we find the median? How do we find the median? It's simple. You calculate, you have to find the average. It's very easy to find the average. I know he left high school it's not a long ago, apart from me. So I'm not expecting you to forget how to find the average. So how do you find average? In this case, you have to add 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 0 plus 4. All the numbers, you have to add them. Okay? So when you total these numbers, it will give you how many?
12.
Gives you
30.
30, yeah. So before you go to 30, you have to say /12. Do you know where /12 is coming from? You have to divide by, yeah. So when you count 3 up to, when you count the whole numbers, they are actually 12. So that when you get 30 over 12, divide by 12, it will give you a 2.5. So this is the average number of children each family can have in that village. Okay? So the mean number of children per family is 2.5. But is there in a real life, is there such a thing as 2.5?
No.
No, right? So if you want, you can round off and you say 3 or you say 2. Anyway, but this is for the mathematical point of view, or for the mathematical sake, just write it the way it is if you want to get the marks. Okay. Then the accuracy of the mean, as the number of values in the dataset increases, the accuracy of the mean improves. The accuracy of the mean improves. In general, in statistics, we assume that we have a large dataset. The mean is a bit more accurate than a median. For estimating the center of a normal distribution. So the median may be more accurate than a mean if the tails of the distribution cover a significant area compared to the central region. Distribution of the mean, if you repeatedly make estimates of the mean for separate datasets from the same distribution, we obtain a set of different estimates for the mean. We obtain a set of different estimates for the mean. Normal distribution, the distribution of estimates of the mean has a distribution which approximately normal. It is normal most of the time. The normal, we said, a bell, it looks like a bell shaped. So this distribution becomes more narrow with more samples in the original data set. Dataset is just a group of data. We call it a dataset, set of data. Then there's a uniform distribution, which can be called a discrete. That's the other name. Suppose we have 6-sided perfect dice. When throwing the dice, there are 1 of 6 likely outcomes. So when you throw the dice, it's either you have this side or you have that side. But the probability density function is shown on the next slide. The probability density function is shown on the next slide. So that is a uniform distribution. where we have 6 sides. it simply shows that when I throw the dice, it can fall in either of those 6 sides, right?
Yes.
So the probability of all the sides are just the same. There's nothing like the probability of falling on this side. It's more than the probability of falling on the other side. Just like a coin. A coin has got 2 sides. So when you throw the coin, it can either fall on the other side or fall on the other side as well, on this side. Suppose that your college is due to have a fire alarm sometime between 12 hours and 14 hours today. What it means that a fire alarm can ring anytime between 12 and 14 hours. 12:01, just like that, for the period of 2 hours, an alarm can be triggered. So if the time at which the fire alarm starts is measured as minute after 12 hours, the probability density functions on the next slide results, we have that. It's like we have from 0 to 120, which is the area 1. So meaning that between 0 and 120, 120 is 2 hours, isn't it?
Yes.
120 minutes is 2 hours. So between 0 and 120 minutes, the fire alarm can ring. So no wonder that area is plotted as 1, as area 1, meaning that at any point in this area, an alarm can ring. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Any questions? So you are not understanding.
We're getting the even from distribution.
Sorry? Hello?
Hello.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. I'll ask questions later.
Okay.
The alarm can ring at any time between 0 and 120 minutes. So at any point in time, the probability of it is occurring equal. Now the probability is equal. So outside the range of 12 to 14, it will not ring. So the probability is 0. It cannot ring. You did not set it like that. Think about the mean for this distribution. So you can think about the mean for this distribution. What is the center of this distribution? The center of that distribution, it can ring at 13 hours. That's a center. That's a center. 60 minutes of 120. Okay. The way I prepared this lesson, I wanted to do topic 9. Then we go to the assignment. I want to walk you through assignment from the first task to the last task, isn't it?
Sure.
Okay, so let me open the assignment. Let me open the assignment. Okay. So this assignment titled Fashion Industry. Introduction. Let's look at the scenario. So this assignment requires you to demonstrate knowledge and skills you have acquired throughout the course of this module by producing a fully referenced academic report that addresses the task given below. Okay. So a small independent clothing company designs and makes clothes for children and adults. The company currently only has one shop and does not have an online presence. Company's owner would like to expand by having a website developed to advertise and sell its products. The company will need a stock management system installing to allow sales to be recorded from in the store and from websites. They would also like a wider online presence set up, including appropriate accounts on social networking websites. The owner would like to be prepared to expand further in the future to include more physical shops. Please, this assignment must be your own as it is designed to test your ability. Submitted assignment will be checked for plagiarism. You know what a plagiarism is? It's presenting or copying someone's work and presenting as yours. Not entirely copying someone's work. You can copy from the website. You just copy a bigger chunk of paragraph there and paste it in your work. That is cheating. That is copying. Okay. How we write assignments, how we write coursework is this. In fact, when I'm writing a coursework, remember, you are not the first one who have done this before. So others have done it, of course. So you can check what people have done. You can check on the internet. You can check the books according to what you are looking for. So a lot of students are tempted to copy just from the internet or from the book and paste it there. That's not the right way of writing academic works. That's not the right way of writing academic works. Any academic reports, you have to research, you have to read, you have to understand. There's what we call gathering information. You can gather information before you even start doing a project. First of all, you gather the information. It can even take 1, 2 months. 1 week, 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, you are just gathering information. So now when you gather that information, this information needs to be synthesized. We call it synthesized. So synthesized is more like you are now elaborating that information into your own understanding. When you elaborate, you are avoiding the way of writing what others have written. No. Whatever I'm saying, if you can say it exactly like this, it is also plagiarism. So say what I said, but use your own grammar. Use your own grammar. This information that you are using, it is protected, copyright protected. So meaning that if you use what someone used, for you, you'll be in problem. So this is the reason why it's important to reference your work. It's important to reference your work. We are using Harvard reference. A lot of schools, they use Harvard reference. Only in law, maybe where they use footnotes, the type of reference, but as we use Harvard. How is it different from other references? Harvard reference, it is called in-text because you can be citing in the main body as you are writing, you are citing. Then at the end of the report, you just put the references. Citing, how do we cite? This is where I say according to O'Brien. Then you start saying what O'Brien said, but do not say exactly what he said or what he wrote. Those same words, just read them, understand them. When you understand them, it will be very easy for you now to change it into your own grammar. But you still reference where the original came from, okay? You still reference where the original came from. Lacking of proper way of using Harvard, it can also make you fail. It can make you fail. Remember, I've shown you how to do the Harvard. Let me open the Word document that was written some time back. Okay. You know, things are easier now. A long time ago, you do this manually, but technology keeps on improving. You are doing things automatically. You just have to know how to use Office. As I said, this Office, you learn every day. You learn every day. So let me use Harvard. I'm going to reference. I'm going to reference. Going to reference. Okay, so in reference there, let's hope we are able to see where the cursor is. Are you able to see where the cursor is?
Yes.
Okay, so I've gone to reference, then you say insert citation, you insert citation. I'll click on insert citation. Okay, not this one. Not this one. I'll insert citation from there. Add source. So I'm adding the source. So let's say type of a source is a book. You can leave it a book. If it's a journal, if it's an article, if it is internet, if it is what, you can choose. But let's assume that the source is a book. Then the author will be Mwamba. That's shown, eh? Okay. The book that you have written is System Design and Implementation. Then the book was written in 2015. City is Lusaka. Publisher, do you have a publisher in Lusaka? Long Man. Okay, we say Long Man, just like that. Then you say okay. Immediately you say okay, you should see the difference. Look at that. It will pick the last name. It will pick the last name and the year and put it in brackets. Okay. Then for you to just spice it up, you can say Sichone 2015 stated. Don't say states because you were not there. Okay, you were not there. You say stated that the second normal form eliminates redundant, meaning that these words, it's not you who came up with these words. It's Sichone who came up with these words, okay? This is a way of acknowledging someone's work, okay? You are acknowledging. If Mwamba can sue you and say, you have used my book, you have used my project, and take you to court, okay? You can defend yourself and say, but look, I've acknowledged him as the originator, but I don't even use the words that he said. I used my own grammar, but exactly what he said. Then like that, said, yeah, he acknowledged the originator. So this is okay. So this is what we emphasize in the academic world, to cite, to reference, to recognize the origin, to recognize those who wrote the books, okay? So now, this is just citation. Now, at the end of the report, as you can see, I've entered a lot of things in that field, right? But what came is just the last name and the year, isn't it?
Yes.
So now, if I want now everything to be shown, here now we want everything to be shown. Now I can go at the end of this report, that's where I put the references. That's where I'm going to put the references. Okay, forget about these references. I will come up with my own. Then you can just say, okay, just go where there is citations. You saw where there is citation there, right? Now, this time go to bibliography. There's an arrow there, then check for a reference, then click on a reference. Then have you seen that everything has come?
Yes.
Sichone M, in brackets 2015, full stop. Then the book title is System Design and Implementation. It is Lusaka, then Longman. This is how we do the references. And the references, we use the alphabet. If there is an author who starts with the A, meaning that it will be on top, then B just like that. So this is how we do the references. You cannot do a coursework, you cannot do an academic report without references. Even if it is very good, no references, the marks can be given, but not what you expect. Actually, you can even fail. You can even fail. So it's very important to reference the work. Okay. So this is just I was reading the what's this the scenario. So now let's go to task 1. Task 1, they are saying, in order for you to write the task 1, you should focus on learning outcome 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. So they said, prepare a report on the above fashion industry scenario. You will need to investigate the problem and produce a full reference document that includes a plan that indicates the steps to be followed and timescales. Make sure you provide a clear justification for your decision. A plan, it's like you are doing something. First of all, before you do anything, you engage in yourself, you have to plan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the plan they want you to write. Just write a simple plan there, so that when I look at the plan, I even know that, okay, so this is how the student prepared to come up with this assignment. Then B, description of analysis conducted, including an overview of scenario and problem definition, an overview of scenario. When you look at that scenario, you can summarize what is an overview, what is this assignment all about, 20 marks. Then identification of success criteria. How are you going to succeed in order to write this assignment? I cannot tell you how you are going to be successful, but just put valid points there. Then a description and evaluation of possible solutions. There are so many solutions, but list them down. They can be 100 solutions, you can't put all of them. Then evaluation of analysis and justification of a proposed solution. You should always come up with a proposed solution, 20 marks. Then task 2, actually, when you look at task 2 and task 1, when you are doing a report, task 2 is what you do first before a task 1. In fact, task 1 is fused into a task 2. Because you are going to do, before anything, you do a table of content. Table of content, then the introduction. Introduction, this is where you are putting more like your plan and also identification of success criteria and so on. Then main body. The main body, this is where you put all the work that you planned to write in order for you to be successful in this fashion industry. Then conclusion and the list of references. I talked about references. So what you see there is just a report structure. It is just a report structure. So they are urging you to follow this structure. So whatever you did, I know the assignment changed, but whatever you did in the last assignment, it's not that different. It's actually the same thing. It is actually the same thing. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay, so when do I see your work? First of all, whatever you have done, I just want to see before I start guiding one-on-one. When can I see?
Today is Wednesday. Let's just make it Friday now.
Friday. Today is what? Today is Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay.
Friday. It's
Friday.
Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Friday is okay. Friday is okay. All right. This is
Topic 9.
you did topic 9, right?
Yes, we did topic 9.
Okay. Okay, maybe this topic. When are we having this again? Skills for computing.
Are we still following the old timetable, sir?
Yes, let's be following that same timetable.
Computer systems, we have it on Thursday 11 to 12.
Saying what?
On Thursday, we have computer systems from 11 to 12. Then SDT from 13 to 14.
Tomorrow?
Yes,
So tomorrow we've got 1 hour.
for computer systems.
Oh, tomorrow, what time? What time?
That's 11 to 12.
11 to 12. In the morning around 9, what do you have?
But it says design and development.
So, meaning you don't have anything. So, then,
Anything, so there's nothing there.
yeah, so instead of starting the new topic, let's start it tomorrow and finish it. Let's topic 10.
Okay.
Tomorrow, 11 hours.
Topic 10. Tomorrow, 11 hours.
Tomorrow, 11 hours, topic
Okay.
10. Oh,
Okay,
tomorrow is computer systems, right?
Yes,
Okay, then we are not having this. We're having computer systems tomorrow.
computer system.
Yes, so this we can have it. I'm sure maybe maybe the period comes next week. So let's meet tomorrow. Continue working on the assignments. I'll see them on Friday. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I've got a recording. I'll post a recording in the group for today's class.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.